We're back, Noah.
What? This is a surprise.
Oh my gosh.
We're not
we
supposed to be here.
We were going to be gone for a while, and here we are again.
Guys, we're coming at you. Surprise. In your ears. Take that. Explosions.
It would be weird if this like suddenly came up for someone. Like if they didn't even know they were going to be listening to this.
You know, that happens to me a lot, actually.
How does that happen to you?
Because what I do, I have a podcast application that downloads the latest version of everything onto my phone, and then it auto plays. So once the podcast is finished, it goes right to the next one.
I don't have that feature on my podcast app.
I specifically looked for a podcast application that would download the apps for the podcast for me, and then get rid of them once because a lot of them, and I hate to say it, SoundCloud, I can't listen to them because I don't have enough internet on my phone to stream them.
Well, mine downloads it, but I do it manually. I don't.
Yeah, I just want them automatically there, because then if I leave the house and I want to listen to something and I didn't think about it before I left. So guys, if you have the same problem that I have, it's called Podcast Republic.
Okay.
Get that app. Let me just double check that I was right.
Did you pay for that app?
No, it's free. Podcast Republic.
All right, because I love the app that I use, but you have to pay for that feature, the auto download feature.
No, this is the one, guys.
This is a riveting conversation.
Well,
welcome back, everybody.
we actually just missed a week, didn't we?
It was just 1 week that we weren't here, and it was almost accidental.
Yeah. We could have been here.
We could have done it.
We told people that we wouldn't be here, so we thought, let's give them a week.
Right.
And now we're back at you.
Well, actually, we were going to spend more time off.
But then we realized why.
Why do that? We miss you guys so much.
I love talking to you.
And so here there's a less pragmatic reason. There's a
pragmatic reason.
Is it pragmatic?
That I want to pitch CCB to everybody? That's quite pragmatic, I think.
No, I think that's the opposite of pragmatic.
That's
you got an agenda.
Yeah, but the utility of talking to people is pragmatic. Okay. Josh is typing define pragmatic. Dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on a practical rather than theoretical considerations.
All right, I guess it is. It's pragmatic in that sense, I guess.
in the sense that it's written in the dictionary.
No, in the sense that it's practical. I just mean that it's.
Yeah, this is very.
I just mean that it's kind of.
Look at this. Even relating to philosophical or political pragmatism.
I didn't think you were allowed to use the word in its own definition.
Well, pragmatism is the word that they're using, not pragmatic. Don't you hate that, though?
I love that. That's the same thing.
I see that all the time.
Yeah, that's not the way to define a word.
Yeah, relating to pragmatics.
And then you have to go look up pragmatics. Yeah. And it's like relating to pragmatism. And you go look up pragmatism, and it's the art of being pragmatic.
Then you get caught. Yeah, you get caught in a Mobius strip of pragmatism.
Anyway, what did you want to talk about, Noah?
Well, I mean, guys, I don't know if you've heard, but Comedy Café Berlin is kickstarting right now. Mm-hmm. We are how many days in? We're 6 days in.
6 days in.
68 backers.
Nice. That's a good amount.
And 54% funded.
That's nice, man.
That's really nice.
Now, what do you do? What is the money going to? What are you using your money? What are you using other people's money for?
We're using other people's money to pretty much soundproof the space.
Okay.
That is where most of this money is going to. In fact, the soundproofing is a lot more than what we're raising. We're not getting completely fucked over. But we also have stretch goals, which will help us.
What are your stretch goals?
15,000. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to expand seating, get more seating.
Okay.
Update our tech, get some high tech stuff.
Projector. We just talked about that.
Exactly. That's part of that tech stuff that I'm talking about. And also expand the kitchen. Okay. Probably at like a 20,000 mark, we'd be able to put in like an exhaust fume and like a high tech oven and all that stuff.
Okay.
All those things we have already, but we'd like to increase the robustness of all that.
Get nicer stuff.
Yeah,
Don't get the cheap shit. Get the good stuff.
We won't get cheap shit, but we won't get, won't be able to get top of the line.
The gear that I've chosen for you is all cheap shit.
Josh is helping us with some of the tech stuff in the theater. And I've just learned he is sabotaging this entire project.
Hey, man, I'm just working off the budget you gave me.
That's right.
So just for my own sake, everybody, just throw some more scratch so that I have a nicer budget to work for.
Let's bash through the 10,000 goal.
Seriously, though, you should check the Kickstarter out, if for no other reason. Then you get to watch me make a fool of myself.
That's right. Josh, not only did he direct it, he starred in the Kickstarter video.
I didn't fully direct it, though. I mean, we were all that was a collaborative effort.
Yeah, I think that, you directed it.
Maybe I took the helm, but whatever.
Georg also threw in a few bits.
He was instrumental.
Paul Hawkins also helped out quite a bit.
Oh, yes.
With sound and lighting.
And many of the comedians helped out with cameos.
Yes.
So you check out the video and then throw Noah and his partners some money so that they can get the space open. You guys can watch comedy in English and Spanish and German and in Guatemalan.
If there's a market for Guatemalan, which is probably just Spanish.
No, they have like a very distinct dialect.
The Guatemalan accent, right?
Yeah, exactly. Berlin's first alternative comedy stage.
That's right. I had a discussion with Daniel Lewis Veza yesterday about, what is alternative comedy? And I was like, my explanation included, it's sort of in relation to German comedy. And he was like, so isn't it just alternative comedy is just good comedy? And I was like, it's a hard sell to say Berlin's first good comedy stage.
I had this discussion bordering on argument with somebody else on Thursday night at an open mic with another comedian, and it was the same. Like I feel like if you talk to somebody in the States, in like New York or LA, like alternative comedy has a definitive image in someone's brain,
right?
And it's less so here. I think because in the English comedy scene here, it's we are by default the alternative
exactly.
scene. But it's
It also includes elements of like the actual space itself. Right. We're creating a theater that is sort of at eye level with the performers.
It's not like a comedy club where.
Yeah, you're not on a huge stage. You're not looking down on anybody. You're right there feeling that energy. The audience is going to be right up in your face.
But at the same time, there's going to be good gear, lighting, sound, all that stuff. You're not going to be playing in the corner of a bar with a bunch of locals looking at you angrily.
They might still look at you angrily, but it's not because they're uncomfortable or because they can't see you.
It's because you're not funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So comedycafeberlin.com. We've promoted this a lot the past few weeks, but it is now, the Kickstarter is up. Noah's kicking into gear with all of this.
That's
so
right.
it's time now to check it out if you haven't already. Piffle will be in a very melancholic way moving to CCB.
But also, do you mean melancholic?
Well, I mean that
it's not a good start to our second season.
No, I just mean like I don't want to, like we love Vagabond and we've had so much fucking fun there, and it's been so great being there.
It's bittersweet.
That's a better word. It's bittersweet.
We're moving out of their hair. They've given us so much support.
Yeah.
To creating Piffle. We've done pretty much every single show there, aside for some special stuff.
That's right.
But down to the equipment, we've been using their equipment.
Yeah.
We've been drinking their beer. We
will continue to drink their beer, though.
That's right. And I can say that we will be serving Vagabond beer.
Oh man.
At CCB.
Only venue outside of their own. Well, you can get that.
As of yet, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Clearly, that's not going to always be the case, but first venue outside of theirs.
Yeah. Unless they've started
already
to other people. Yeah, but so there is a little piece of Vagabond
moving with us.
Sticking with us, yeah.
There's a bunch of great shows already kind of being cooked up for the space, so check it out. What else are we going to talk about, Noah? Let's not just talk about CCB.
No, that would be egregious.
Can I? Because just because of the tab that's open next to it is this other, and I mentioned this briefly in the media episode.
Yes.
About did it make it in the final? I think it made it in the final show.
Yeah, it did.
I just on a little bit of whimsy, just on a lark.
Yeah.
Because in my line of work, I often have to. I find myself looking up how to do stupid small little things in Adobe Premiere or in Photoshop or in After Effects, whatever else. And inevitably you get YouTube tutorials that come up. And I never like to watch them because I just like to be able to read. I get it done much quicker. But YouTube tutorials are a huge thing.
Right.
And they're awful. Almost universally. There's very few of them that are done in a way, and it would be so easy for people just to like cut out all the bullshit, all of the mistakes they make, but people don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And these things still rack up all these views. And I thought, I can do that. So I literally opened up GarageBand and without really knowing how to use GarageBand, created a YouTube tutorial on how to do GarageBand.
Right.
It's a 35-minute long video. I am interrupted at least 5 or 6 times. It ends with my daughter just crying into the microphone. It's real subtle, but it is total bullshit. If anybody comes across my video to try to learn how to use GarageBand, they will not really learn a lot. Or at least they will learn what they could have learned in 5 minutes over the course of 35 excruciating minutes. I'm trolling people. I'm trolling, and I'm doing more of these. I've got a tutorial coming up on how to. My phone broke, so I'm going to replace the screen on my phone for the first time on camera as a tutorial.
Where can people find this?
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna.
I'm not gonna talk. I don't. I'm gonna keep this separated. I mean, if someone does find out,
we already started talking about it.
I know, but there's easily 30 different tutorials for GarageBand.
Right. You have a distinct voice.
If someone finds it, they will definitely know it's me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people won't be able to find it, but I'm not going to advertise this thing. But it's only been up for a couple weeks.
This is some clever advertising you're doing, Josh.
I'm not trying to advertise it. I just think it's really funny.
The fact that we're talking about it.
People are going to probably look it up. Yeah. But I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to find it just by looking for GarageBand tutorials on YouTube. But my video has now gotten more views. This shitty tutorial has gotten more views than anything else that I've personally put on YouTube.
Now, does that eat you up inside?
A little bit.
Yeah. It just goes to show you, people are out there for instructional purposes.
People will sit through the dumbest shit if they think that it's real. What I want to start doing is like real slowly, just over the course of multiple tutorials, just start making it like little bit by little bit more obvious that I'm really fucking with. But what I want to do, my end goal is that if someone watches all the tutorials, they're going to find out pretty quick that I'm fucking with people.
Right.
But I don't think people do that. I don't think people are like, oh, I'm going to watch all of this guy's tutorials because I'm not going to just make GarageBand tutorials. I think people are just searching for like, how do I do this thing on my phone? And then, tutorial comes up and they click on it and they're not going like, oh, whatever. But so I don't think people are gonna. I don't know. I'm curious.
How many people have actually watched the entire video completely? 100%?
Oh man, I can't access the analytics on this account right here, but it is actually tremendous. The minute rate is like it's over 400,000.
Whoa.
Is that right? I think it's quite a lot. Like if you look at the graph, most people are watching through most of the
that means a lot of people have gone through like more than half of it.
I don't. You know what? I'm not going to read any of the comments off because then you'll definitely know how to find the video. And I don't want people to find this specifically.
Go out there.
I want people to But some of the comments are like, people are genuinely thanking me for this video and telling me how great it is that I finally someone mentioned something about me making a video that's finally to the point.
Good.
Oh God, it feels good though. It feels real good.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. I think the final video that I'm going to put on is just going to be literally, it's if someone follows my tutorial blindly, they will like break whatever it is. I don't know what it's going to be yet, whether it's I'm going to do a tutorial on like software.
You should also have it set up so that like it ends with you getting kidnapped or something.
Right. Or just slowly, because my daughter features heavily in the first one, just constantly interrupting me, and my wife. And just gradually over the course of the videos, like my relationships just goes rocky, and I'm like, now I'm broadcasting out of a hotel room and I'm getting divorced.
There's like a subtle plot line there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, we've talked for a while now. 15 minutes. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, people don't want to. People have about a 16-minute.
So we got like 15 seconds left.
Yeah. Cue the music.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week with more babbly.
And I'll be talking more about blah, 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 blah.
But, we're going to have something cooked up for next week. We're going to do something fun next week.
Oh, Josh, is this coming out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, on Saturday, there's an open house.
Oh, yeah. Right.
For the space. If you want to come by, come check out the space.
ComedyCafeBerlin.com. Check it out.
Yeah.
You can get information there. And do we have shows coming up? We have a show.
We have a show on Friday. Comedy Sports.
Comedy Sports Berlin on Friday.
That's right. And then
the following Friday,
we have
Good Luck Barbara.
Good Luck Barbara.
We'll tell you all about. We'll tell you more about that later.
See you guys.